Okay, so this is going to look surprisingly simple to you if you're somebody who is trained in Western notation. And what we're going to use for the tabla, because it is a sort of elaborate bongo drum, is an adaptation of a simple two-line bongo stave. The lower drum is the bottom line, the higher sounding drum, or the smaller drum, is the top line. Open notes and closed notes are denoted by a solid note head or a cross note head. The position of the note head above the line or below the line denotes where the strike is made. So if I was to strike the tabla in the middle and make the fully resonant sound, that is a solid note head, but it also has a harmonic circle at the top to show that it is a completely open sound. If I was to strike extremely on the edge, then that would be above the line. And coming in slightly towards the center, but with my third finger still sort of muting the skin, that note head will be below the line. And that's more like a muted version of the first one. Let me play them together. There is very little difference between those two notes. If you're standing 20 feet away, you may not hear the difference, but there is a difference. And more importantly, I think for the player, it is the sort of ghost or the shadow side of the first note. So rather than doing cool. So those are the three open notes of the smaller drum. This one's called Gnar, that's Ta, and Tu. The close sound is made by striking the black spots and holding your fingers down to keep the sound dead. And there are two ways of doing this. And the reason for that is, with tabla playing, the dominant hand, which plays the smaller drum, is divided into two limbs, so to speak. So by creating a division between my middle finger and my forefinger, or my index finger, I can somehow create two limbs, which gives me extra speed. So rather than going like this, which I think is the fastest I can do right now, I could do this. Adding the left closed hand, which this one actually normally on the closed sound acts as one limb as opposed to this being two. And adding this, you can see how a fast roll can be created. So on the lower drum, or the larger drum as I call it in the notation book, there is an open sound, fully open, which again is a solid note head under the line with a harmonic circle. There is a half muted sound in which your heel rests gently on the skin, and that's above the line, the solid note head above the line. And then there's a close sound, which again is a cross note head on the line. And these sounds are called Ga, G, and K, respectively. The glissando, which many people love, and quite rightly so, I think, is created by striking the lower drum and moving your heel across the skin after you've struck it. So strike, or it could be the G strike and then the slide. And there are three types of slides. There's a slide followed by a strike. There is a strike followed by a slide and then no strike after that. And then there is a slide within the note, so to speak. And you can see on the screen how the three of these are notated.